Gay lo gay. The Dominican African American is back with another video. I'm glad to be back. Just came back from the DR last week. Had a great time. Today's video is going to be about why you should get your passport. Okay? Believe it or not, a lot of brothers don't got their passports. They think it's a waste of time, money, energy, effort, and they just have no interest in traveling. So today I'm gonna give y'all 10 reasons on why you should get your passport. Alright, let's get straight to it. Oh, also, the $50 Airbnb gift card giveaway is still in effect. We're 5 subscribers away. All you gotta do is share the video to your feed or to your story and tag me in it. That's it. Good news for you is no one has done it yet. So chances are if you do it, you're gonna win the $50 Airbnb gift card giveaway. Alright. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Let's get straight to it. So, first things first, the one reason on why you should get your passport is because it's going to change your perspective on a lot of things here in America. And I'll give you one example. This is one of many examples I can give you, but here's one, right? Over there in the DR, they don't do the whole white and black thing. So if you're applying for a job, it's not going to ask you if you're black or if you're white. You get what I'm saying? And what that did for me is it exposed some of my internal hypocrisies. Like, I mean, we all got a little bit of that in us, but here's what I mean. I used to feel some type of way when I saw a sister with a white dude. Not because I had any issue with white men or anything, but I felt like the sister was kind of selling black men out. She fell for, you know, the hidden agendas that you see in media about black men, black American men, right? And she just fell for it. She gave up on us, right? And I used to hate that shit. But at times, you know, especially growing up, I would assume certain things were racist, even if they were, right? Weren't, I would just, if I saw something that I felt was racist, I would say it's racist. Well, going to the DR showed me that I got a little bit of hypocrisy in me. I can't scream racist if I feel some type of way that a black woman's with a white dude. You get what I'm saying? And going there showed me that. So it's gonna change your perspective on a lot of things in a good way. The next reason on why you should get your passport is this: just in case there is a catastrophe. So here's what I mean by that. I don't watch a lot of news, but I know when, you know, it's starting to get a little funny. Like right now, I feel like we're in those times where it's starting to get a little funny. Like Microsoft just shut down. You saw how the world reacted. You know what I mean? COVID and all of that shit. With a passport, you'll be able to, you know, have a head start. If you sense that something bad is coming, you'll have a head start and be able to leave the country if you need to. Without that passport, you're stuck here on what some of the brothers like myself like to call the plantation. All right, so you having that passport, or you getting your family to have the passport, you're saving yourself and giving yourselves an exit just in case y'all need one. The next reason on why you should get your passport is because it's a therapeutic reset. With responsibilities like finances, relationships, work, you know, your health, being able to disengage and disconnect from those, you know, responsibilities that you've been focusing on for years at a time can be very therapeutic, man. It's almost like a fresh start in a way. Being able to think in peace without having, you know, those responsibilities on your mind, that goes a long way. And when you have your passport, you'll be able to do that. And you can still do it, you know, within your country, but it's even better when you are out of the country. You know what I mean? Because when you're out of the country, you need a plane to come back, and there ain't no driving back. You know what I mean? The currency might be different, so you got to focus on, you know, how you're going to, you know, convert your currency, and the language could be different. You got to think about how you're going to, you know, communicate it. Like, it takes your mind off of all the other responsibilities, and you're just fully engaged in the experience. And if you're like myself, if you're hardworking, you're going to want that reset. It's going to be extremely beneficial for you. Okay, so that's the third reason why you should get your passport. The fourth reason on why you should get your passport is because it gives you something, like the experience that you get from it gives you something. We got a guest here. How you doing?
Do you want lemonade or cherry crumble?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. If we had ourselves a guest. I lost my train of thought. I'm at Philly right now, and they got like, I don't know, what is this? They got a lot going on. It's a lot of people here. I'm at the park, and we're not coughing today. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, the fourth reason on why you should get your passport is because it gives you something to work towards. Now, here's what I mean by that. When I first left the country, it was on a cruise. I did a cruise. That was the first time I left. I wanted to recreate that experience. And in order for me to recreate that experience and how I felt, I needed money to continue going on trips. In order for me to get the money, I had to work some overtime or pick up a part-time job, whatever have you. What that did for me is take me out of my rut. I used to get into these crazy ruts when I would come home and just feel like it ain't shit to do. It ain't really shit, like there's nothing entertaining. Going on that trip, that cruise, like I said, I wanted to recreate it, and it gave me something to work towards. It gave me a sense of purpose. And if you are in a rut or wondering what to do, that's another reason on why you should get your passport, because it's going to give you a certain experience that you want to keep recreating, and it's going to force you to do whatever it takes to recreate that experience. And if that means picking up some extra hours, that means you're going to have some extra money. You know what I mean? And it don't got to be just the quote-unquote experience. It could be certain things about the experience. Maybe you met somebody. Maybe you see a lot of attractive women, and you want to be around more attractive women. It's going to give you something to do. You know what I mean? That's another reason why you should get your passport. A fifth reason on why you should get your passport is because it makes you appreciate the things we take for granted. So going to the DR, it made me appreciate, here's an example, it made me appreciate hot water and strong water pressure, like when I take a shower. Because even in Puerto Rico, like the water pressure wasn't that strong and the temperature didn't get that hot. And I love hot showers, you know what I mean? But it made me appreciate my showers, you know what I mean, here in America. And if for whatever reason you're feeling as though that you may not notice it, but you could be taking things for granted. And when you travel the country and come back, you're going to start noticing the things that you did take for granted and actually start appreciating it. And what that does is makes your day-to-day that much easier, that much more enjoyable, and that's going to reduce a lot of stress in your life and make you appreciate your day-to-day. All because you got that passport and traveled and saw the things that you actually should be cherishing. Another thing that you're going to actually start appreciating is law and order. Now, hear me out, okay? I'm not the biggest cop fan. I don't really like cops and shit like that. But here's the thing. When I was driving over there in the DR, I noticed that they don't really enforce traffic laws there. Well, what that results into is more accidents, more injuries, more deaths, like vehicular homicides essentially. Here in America, they enforce those traffic laws, and because of that, we don't have as high of a fatality rate, a vehicular fatality rate, that some of these other countries have. So it showed me like, yo, it's a good thing that we have law enforcement, if you catch my drift, you know what I mean? Because if not, it'd be fucking tyranny. So that's something that I was taking for granted, that now I actually appreciate because people ain't trying to be hitting the pockets all the time because they speeding, you know what I mean? And that also means you're safe and you're going to be able to return home to your family, most likely. So again, getting your passport will allow you to cherish the things that you take for granted. Another reason why you should get your passport is because you're going to start being entertained by the people, the traditions, the nature, the natural phenomenons that are associated with that said country that you're going to. You're going to be entertained. The same way you like certain movies and certain music, like just entertainment, you're going to get that same effect. You're just going to be in amazement by the difference of life. You know what I mean? Just how different it is. That entertainment is cool. I mean, because it's a form of entertainment. The seventh reason on why you should get your passport is because of the global connections that you could possibly make. Like, you never know when you might need a hand, and having those connections will give you more opportunities, financial opportunities, living opportunities. Again, your net worth is your network, or if I said that right, something like that. But having connections, especially global connections, is a great opportunity, even like for investments. But you won't be able to make those connections if you don't have your passport. Hell, you having a passport might help somebody else out. You might be saving somebody else's life. You get what I'm saying? So building up your network is going to be essential throughout your life. And what better way to do it than to have connections abroad, not just here in the country. And the eighth reason on why you should get your passport is because you'll be able to help people that you would have never been able to help without the passport. Food, water, money. There's going to be people that would have never been able to have benefited from you had you not had your passport. You know what I mean? Like, don't just think that people here in America are starving or in poverty. There's a whole world out there, and you know, if you don't have any purpose to travel, let that be a purpose to help other people, to help more people that you would have never had a chance to help if you didn't have your passport. The ninth reason on why you should get your passport is for like the foodies out there, and for myself, family. So like, I'm not a foodie, but if you are a foodie, every country in this world has a cuisine or a dish that's specifically unique to them. So like here, I'm in Philly, you know, they know us for our cheesesteaks and our pretzels and whatnot, our water ice. But for you, wherever you go, there's going to be a dish that's specific to that country or region. So like Puerto Rico, mofongo, you know what I'm saying? Or Chicago, pizza. Like, there is a special dish for each country. And if you're a foodie, you're going to love that. You're going to love having a chance to experience and connect with people through food. And for a family, like if you are into like ancestry research, you might figure out that you have family in another country that you may want to connect with and meet. Or a tribe that you've noticed in your bloodline that you may want to connect with and learn more about. So that's another reason why you should get your passport, because technically we're all immigrants. And last but not least, the 10th reason on why you should get your passport is for retirement. So we don't know how much your money is going to be worth when you do retire, but chances are it's still going to be worth more than a lot of countries. And you're not going to be able to retire in these countries without a passport. All right, so if you want a nice golden coast, a nice golden age retirement, you need your passport, so you can go to wherever you want and have those, you know, checks coming in, and you can still have some money in your pocket. Like in the DR, I think you only need about $1,500 to $2,000 coming in monthly, and just proof of that. You know what I mean? So yeah. And here's a bonus. Here's a bonus for the fellas. Look, there's more women out there that you can meet and connect with. Hell, your wife might be out there. All right, so I would definitely get your passport. All right, I strongly recommend it. It's an easy process. I'll make a video on how to get it in a couple weeks. But look, fellas, if you're wondering, or if people's been recommending and you're on the fence about it, just do it. You won't regret it. It's going to change your life for the better. It's got me out my rut, and it was definitely one of, if not the best decision I ever made in my life. All right. So that does it. It's a short video. I hate making videos in front of all these people and talking to a camera. This shit is ridiculous. I got to tell myself that I'm talking to that one person was actually going to use my information. All right, but yeah, that does it. Look, share the video or one of my videos to your stories or your feed and tag me in it. You're going to be entered for the $50 Airbnb gift card giveaway. It's only 5 subscribers to go. I'm really looking forward to it, and it could be you. No one shared it yet. It could be you, especially if you're the only one that shares it, and that could go towards your trip. You know what I mean? After you get your passport, of course. Or as hell, if you don't have your passport, you can still use the Airbnb here in the States. All right, so like the video, comment down below, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.